Hey, Dougie Fresh here again. We're getting ready this morning. We're going to do a video on putting in a Hayden primary chain tensioner on this 2012 Electra Glide. I just do these videos. We try to do them concise so you're not sitting around for a half hour watching how to do something. We skip over taking all the bolts out and everything, but we'll show you the details. And if you choose to go this route, or even if you're just changing out your primary, you got to do something, take your OEM tensioner out, and we'll show you how to do that too. So good luck. Let's get right to the repair. Woo! Cutting chili. Hey, one other quick note to the you guys that, I don't know, I'm kind of an inexpensive biker, but when you're taking this primary off, I bought this extra Kuriokin cover, or you've got an inner primary cover, and I pull those off. And then what I've done is before I put that on there, I've got some, I'm trying to get a shot of it, some of this clear body tape. And what I do is I put that on there so that the inner primary cover won't rub on the paint, and then when you go to sell the bike, you know, I pull those covers off and put them on my next bike if I get the same one. But anyway, just a side note, and if you're saying, are you that kind of guy? Yeah, I'm that guy. All right, moving right along. So the first thing you want to do is you want to, of course, take your derby cover off right here, 5 bolts. Might as well pull it off now because you're going to have it off later to put the oil in. And then make sure you keep, what I do is I always keep my bolts in a row right around the primary, just how they came out. And then, of course, if you get a nice short Tupperware bowl from your wife to collect the oil in, make sure she ain't home when you do this job. All right, we'll get to the inside. All right, guys, so you got your, whoops, sorry about the shaking on the camera. All right, guys, so you got your primary cover off, get your derby cover off, etc., right? Got your bolts off that far. You don't need to watch me take out bolts. Take this little zip tie, take a screwdriver and just pry up a little bit, just very carefully. Slide that zip tie in, poke it down, bring it out underneath your self-adjusting factory OEM, and we're going to tighten this up. When we tighten this up, we're going to take out the 2 bolts that are 1/2-inch heads here, and we're going to pull that out. That'll be the old self-adjusting Harley adjuster out of the bike. Getting to it. All right, guys, so we're getting ready to put this new Hayden tensioner in. Obviously, it comes with directions. You know, us guys, we don't like to read those, but read them anyway. So it won't show you this, but this is what, you know, I've learned from other people. Put your tensioner together with the 2 springs inside of it. Put it in a vise. Protect the nylon part, or whatever that's made of, and put a couple of twist ties around. Make sure that you have the curved part toward the front and you got it in correctly, and then make sure that you come down when you squeeze it, you're squeezing it not on one side but right in the middle. Get that set up like that, it'll fit right under your chain real easy. Back to the bike. All right, here we are at the bike, guys. Look, you got your 3/8 bolts here with a 1/2-inch head. These are going to be torqued down to 21 to 24 foot-pounds. Listen, some people just crank on these and just get them tight. You can do what you want at your bike, but go out and buy a torque wrench, because if you're going to use on your bike, you're going to need a torque wrench for a lot of applications. And if somebody tells you you don't need to torque something when there's a torque value for it, well, you can do that if you want, but the factory OEMs, they do those things for a reason. So get you your bolts, get them nice and clean, brush them off, clean them with some alcohol or whatever carb cleaner to get it off. And we're going to slide this Hayden piece. You can see when it's clamped down, it'll go right in. We're going to pull that up, and we're going to put our 2 bolts in with, I believe it's 242, but it's red Loctite. Cinch them down to 24 foot-pounds, 23 foot-pounds, and then we're going to cut the tabs on them. Okay? All right, so we got our the 2 bolts in, and we've got red Loctite on them. I don't know, think I gave you 242. That ain't right. But anyway, it's red Loctite, high strength. And make sure you don't take the zip ties off until you get it torqued down. It'll affect your torque value. So cut that one. Cut that one. Pull it out. Pull it out. And it's in. Okay? Now we're just going to put our bolts back together. I may start this up here. I'll come back on another video. But anyway, that's it. It's basically in. You're going to go ahead and put your cover back on. One other thing I might say is all this, where the gasket goes, if you're cheap like me, I reuse the gaskets maybe twice if I think it's not going to leak, obviously. I don't put any gasket sealer on there. Don't waste your time. It'll just make it hard to clean off the second time. If some of you are driving the old Evos, some people used to use like a grease on them before they put their valve covers on with the Harley rubber gasket. Do not do that. You want this surface clean and clean, super clean, and get it dry. Dry your gasket off and put it on there dry, torque it to the right value, and you will not have a leak, okay? This bike didn't leak a drop when I did it, and I had the whole primer off here just last fall to replace some seals and stuff. But so anyway, good luck. You don't need to watch me put on bolts. Get your bolts back on in your covers. Fill her up with 1 quart of whatever lubricant you want to use, and good to go. I'll try to put a comment on here how this runs. The last one ran pretty good for us, and a lot of compliments on these about quieting your primary noise down. Good riding, guys. We'll talk to you later. This is Dougie Fresh. Hey guys, I came back one more real quick blip. I'm going to give a start up here. You can hear how much quieter this is here compared if you pull out your stock one. Run your stock one before you do this. But anyway, here's what she does. You can hear the little bit of whirring. So you can hear the little bit of whirring in there, and that is when it finally gets a groove in here on this shoe, then the rollers will hit it, and that little bit of whirring noise that you get after about 200, 300, 400 miles will go away. Anyway, thought I'd include that. Good luck, and give us a thumbs up.